What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another what to buy on eBay video. I think I've got mainly vintage Kenner items here. Not all of these are perfect deals, but I thought I would show them because I thought they were good enough that I wanted to at least make you guys aware of them in case you hadn't seen them before. I've got a few comic books, but mainly vintage Kenner items, a few vintage collection items as well. Before I dig in any further, I need to say thank you to two recent Patreon supporters that joined the ranks, Alexander Reese and Trent Runyon. Thank you both for becoming Patreon supporters. All of my Patreon supporters get my videos, ideally 24 hours early access. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I picked out here. I've got a few graded vintage collection items that popped up here for sale. I thought the prices were pretty interesting on them. First is ARC Trooper Echo VC-176. It's graded on the modern scale 9.25, so very, very high grade for Echo. It's $99 plus $17 shipping. There's 7 watchers on that one. I think that's a pretty good buy right there for a very, very high grade 90+ condition VC Echo. The same seller also has Bo-Katan. 9.25 uncirculated grade on that one, $99 plus $17 shipping. There's 6 watchers on that one as well. It's a lovely card, probably one of my favorites from 2022. I just love that card back. It looks fantastic. I've got 2 of those graded. I've got the US release, and then I've got one with the Hong Kong import distribution sticker that Tim over at Boss Bounty very kindly sold to me. But this one is 9.25 uncirculated. You can't get much better than that for $100 plus $17 shipping. Here's the first comic I've got. This is The Mandalorian #2, just the standard cover A. This seller had 6 of them available. 4 of them have sold. There's 2 still available. It's $45.99, 28 watchers on this one, $12.50 shipping. This is the first full comic book appearance of Grogu in comics. I think it's just one of those books that's nice to have in your collection. It's a great cover, too. As you can see there. And, you know, again, is it going to go up in value a lot? Who knows? But I just think if you're a Star Wars comic book collector, to get a 9.8 grade for Grogu's first comic book appearance, first full appearance, I think that's one to have in the collection. And $46 plus $12.50 shipping. Can't really beat that price, since that's basically not much more than grading costs plus the comic book plus shipping. So pretty good buy there. Next up is the first vintage Kenner item. It's not Kenner, actually. It's Lily Letty. This is the Lily Letty Boba Fett, and this is the double scar variation. And what do I mean by that? You can see on the leg here that there's 2 different scars on the right leg. And it's got a scar at the bottom of the calf as well as at the top of the calf. There is also a Lily Letty Boba Fett with a single scar, which I believe is the one I have. Mine's at AFA being recased right now. But that's a pretty nice looking example there, and tougher to find that one. Here's the paint wear on it is noticeable around the belt as well as the chest plate. A little bit of wear around the helmet and visor as well. It's $500. Make an offer, $15 shipping. It's probably like a 75 grade at best, maybe a 70. But you know, it's not a terrible deal. There's 10 watchers on it. You know, maybe you make an offer at $400 and see if they'll take it or not. I'm assuming that that weapon is correct, but you might want to double check it against the Imperial Gunnery website reference guide. This seller has a few really nice near mint plus condition loose figures for sale. 2 lots. This one is the Death Squad Commander and the Imperial Commander. They both look in pretty nice condition, 85 or 80 plus condition. It includes both weapons. This is the dark blue emblem version for the Death Squad Commander. Look how beautiful the silver paint is on both belt buckles for both figures. Really clean figures. I would guess that these would probably get an 80 plus or 85, assuming, you know, the limbs are tight and things like that. But again, AFA is not taking loose submissions right now. So I think you're going to start to see some better deals on loose near mint plus condition figures. This is at auction. There's 4 days left as of the making of this video. Right now they're at $325 with $8.95 shipping. If you can get them for about $40, that's a pretty good deal. Maybe $50. He also has 2 Hoth Heroes in an auction lot. The first one is Han Hoth, but this is the dark brown pants variation, which is a little bit tougher to find. We've documented some high grade examples that have sold on eBay here recently for big money. And the Luke Hoth is also in excellent condition. I think these are easily 80+ condition, if not higher. And, you know, again, you can submit them to UKG or CAS, but these are, again, are at auction. There's 4 days left. They end on Sunday evening. $425 is the current bid. There's 23 watchers on that one. But, again, if you can pick those up for 50 or 60 bucks, that's a pretty good deal considering they're complete and both in great condition. Next up is a 9.8 off-white pages for Star Wars number 81. This is the return of Boba Fett, a fantastic painted cover. $270 is the list price on this one, plus $11 shipping. There's 13 watchers on this. I think that's not a terrible price if you can live with the off-white to white pages versus straight white pages. But that's a pretty good price there for, you know, a secondary key within the original vintage Marvel run of Star Wars comics. Next up is the yellowed 80% with UKG Leia Bausch. This is the harder to find Taiwan variant. It is a punched example, but this is the Taiwan Leia Bausch, and the grading label is there. 79 back A, 80, 85, 80 are the sub-scores on that. The starting bid price is $273. There are several watchers on this. This ends in 4 days on Sunday afternoon. But pretty good price there for a high grade, admittedly with the yellowed blister, and it is punched, but it's the harder to find Taiwan Bausch. Next up, I can't remember if I showed this in previous videos or not, but this is the Darth Vader name pill, unpunched Anakin Skywalker on the Revenge of the Sith card. It's $250. There's 11 watchers on it. It looks to be in very, very clean condition. I think that's a pretty good price for an unpunched example of the U.S. card with the Darth Vader name pill. I'm just surprised it hasn't sold yet, to be honest, given that we've seen some others sell for quite a bit higher earlier this year. Next up is the mail away for Neonum. It includes the box, all the paperwork, as well as the sealed baggie. This one also is at auction with 4 days left. Ends on Sunday evening. It's 86 bucks right now with free shipping. The actual outer mailer box looks to be in great shape. It also has all of the correct paperwork for it. That's a pretty good looking set there. I think it'll probably sell for north of 150 bucks. That's just my guess. 175 bucks, somewhere in that ballpark. Next up, same seller also has the Forlum mailer with box. Now, the catalog is a little bit tatty. So, one question to those of you, did any of these baggies come with the stapled Star Wars Collections catalog versus the sewn version? This is the sewn version. But for those of you who are baggie experts out there, I would love to know for like the Forlum or like the Admiral Akbar, if any of these came with the stapled silver Star Wars Collections catalog versus the sewn version that you see here. It's easy to find both of them. I was just curious because I haven't found anything online trying to verify that. Next up, we've got Lando Calrissian. This is a beautiful mint-on card that's over in the UK. And this one is, it looks like the 31 back. So this is his debut card. It looks like it does have a little bit of wear right here in the upper right-hand corner on the front of the card, some creasing there. But the blister is in gorgeous condition, nice and crystal clear. It's listed for 410 pounds, which is about $500 US. There's 10 watchers on this one. Probably a 75 plus or maybe a low 80 grade, just given that crease in the upper right-hand corner. But what a beautiful example of Lando's debut card. Next up, I've got another CGC comic, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, number 3, the first comic book cover appearance of Darth Maul. This is the photo variant cover. It's 120 bucks. This used to be $250 all day long, $200 to $250. There's 18 watchers on this, $120 plus $10 shipping. That's a pretty good buy. Next up, we've got another Leia Bausch Taiwan. This is UKG 80% for 99 pounds, which is 121 US, plus shipping, brand new case style. 80, 85 are the sub-scores, and this is the harder to find Taiwan variant for Leia Bausch. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Leia Bausch Taiwan, but that's two different examples, both loose as well as mint on card for you. Star Wars Visions number 1. This price seems maybe a little bit high. It's 80 bucks plus $12 shipping. This is another comic I'd like to pick up this year. There's 15 watchers on it, but it is make an offer. If you can get it closer to 60 bucks, 65 bucks, that's a pretty good price. But this seller does have 2 of them available. One of them has sold. He had 3 originally. Next up is a NOCO Boss. This would appear on like the Palatoy or Palatoy Tri-Logo card backs. UKG 80%, brand new case style. This is 80 pounds, which is 97 US dollars plus shipping. There's 14 watchers on this one. That's a pretty good price for a nice high-grade NOCO Boss, because it's tough to find this variation. I don't have this variant in my collection, but a pretty good price on a UKG 80%. Next up is High Republic Adventures Annual, and this is the harder to find Things from Another World, CBCS 9.8, and it's 91 bucks right now with a little over a day to go as of the making of this video. I don't know what it's going to end for, but this is a very, very hard to find book. I don't see these pop up very much, especially at auction, but if you like this book, I do. It's got 6 different first appearances, including Bell Zettifar, his Charhound Ember, Indira Stokes, Porter Engel, I believe, are all the first appearances. I think there's 5 or 6 altogether. This is a key issue from the High Republic universe, and it's a CBCS 9.8 grade, blue label. Next up, this seller has a couple of loose graded figures, brand new case styles, ATAT Driver, UKG 85%. This is the Hong Kong with the laser cut case, 115 pounds, which is about 140 US dollars. This one has 6 watchers on it. I expect this one to sell. Very, very nice example. He doesn't ship to the US, but if you're in the UK, this is a pretty nice looking example there of the AT-AT Driver. And then he also has the UKG 85% Luke Jedi Knight. This is the No COO with the green lightsaber sewn cape. Pretty nice looking example. I like how they encase it with that brand new accessory case. 200 pounds, 242 US dollars. That's a pretty good buy for a nice high grade Luke Jedi, just given that ungraded they can go for 150 bucks or more. So to get one for 250 bucks, UKG 85%, that's not a bad deal. And there's 6 watchers on that one as well. Finally, I've got a really nice Tri-Logo TIE Fighter palette. Tough to find this one on the Palatoy Tri-Logo. This is graded UKG 75%, 79 back. The sub scores are 75, 80, 85. There's 5 watchers on this one. This one is in the US as well. It's $885. I did receive an offer for $855. I don't know what the value is of this. I know that ungraded and high grade, I've seen them sell for over $1,000. So to get one UKG 75%, that's not a bad price at all. And if I had any money, I would definitely go for it. So anyway, that's all I really had for this video. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and I'll be back soon.